What's up guys, welcome to today's video. I figured I would start kind of with where we left off in yesterday's video. I have all the WiseFab tie rods and everything and the wheels mounted. So this is how much angle the car has. Stock angles probably like this. So it's pretty absurd. Just kind of show you a couple of different angles so you can get an idea of how ridiculous this is. Should be a lot of fun to drive. I do have to adjust the bump stops and just like kind of tie those brake lines to the back of the knuckle so they don't get caught in anything. But today Alberto is joining me.
What's up guys?
With his sunglasses indoors.
Tired eye, so now this is my anti-tired eye protection.
Alright, so if Alberto's trying to look cool, prevent you from seeing his tired eyes, or grind something, he will wear these sunglasses. So he's gonna help us welding some stuff. The main first thing, we're gonna try a different handbrake setup in this car. This is what Matt and Taylor have in their cars, and it looks to be a little bit lower profile. I don't like the handle as much as the Sicky one. It doesn't feel as nice in your hand, but I really wanna see if we can come up with the lowest profile setup in the Z. And then if there's time, we might do a welded diff for that. Yeah, we'll start ripping the interior apart. Sound good?
Yeah.
Started pulling the head unit out. Holy rat's nest. Oh boy. This head unit's from 2008. And it's not going back in. We're gonna put one of those head units like I put in the other Z. I really like that one. So we're using this one very similar to how we use the Sicky handbrake. The advantage of this one is it is a little bit slimmer, so we should hopefully have to cut less interior. However, we could externally mount this reservoir. That's what Matt the Ginge did. He did his up here and then just like got rid of this cubby. But I would rather do it like this and then put one of those same radios in like we had on the other car, because I really like that. And yeah, just a little bit of trimming. We're gonna have to get rid of this bolt and make it so we can mount a little bit lower, but I'm excited to see how this one comes out. Alberto's got the trans tunnel all prepped and grinded down, and he's ready to start welding, but he's getting a little bit hungry, so we're gonna go do a little Chipotle run for Alberto. Nicole wants Panera too, so.
Yeah, so it's like Adam Uber Eats kind of thing over here.
Yep, I'm gonna take the 240 too. It'll be a Uber Eat 240.
So you'll be faster than 45 minutes.
Yeah, I'll see you.
It'll be like 44.5 minutes.
Unless if it breaks, then it'll be like 3 hours.
Oh my god, no. I'll take my car.
I'll film her from the clean side. So we ran some errands, went to Ace Hardware but couldn't find the fitting we needed. But we did get some Starbucks for me, some Chipotle for Alberto, and some Panera for Nicole. While I was picking up food, Alberto got the welds done. Looked like he used a little piece of angled iron down here. Looks super solid, feels really good. Must be so hard to weld in here when it's so tight. But he's got it braced there, braced up here. Had to cut the shifter plate a little bit, but feels very good, and hopefully it'll fit with the trim pretty nicely and look clean. Now the scary part that Alberto wants me to do so he doesn't mess it up is cutting the hole for this in the trim and making it look nice. Because how do you know where to cut the hole? Do you just guess? What do you do? I was thinking about putting maybe like a little bit of chalk or something on this, and then like putting this on and letting it leave an imprint. What's the proper way to do it, Alberto?
Well, the way I would do it to start off is like put it on without the handle and just like press on it until you feel that it's firm, and then do a little tiny pilot hole there.
All right, well I can try that. Getting there. I got it so I could get that upper trim piece on. I actually separated it. Now I have this lower trim piece that I'm just gonna have to notch out to get it to slide over. Don't know how I'm gonna cut this aluminum piece, but basically what I'm doing is kind of mocking it up and then drawing a line with a Sharpie. Why do I care so much about how the interior looks on a missile car? I don't know. Good question. Alberto's burning diffs over here.
Taking all that oil out.
So he's been cleaning out the internals of an open diff that I picked up from the Z-plug that he's gonna weld for me. So this car's like getting situated. I'd say like maybe 2 or 3 more days of solid work on it and it'll be ready to rip. So many stupid little things that I have to trim like this. I'm gonna wait until I get some different bits or whatever you wanna call them for my Dremel, because I'm not happy how it was cutting this aluminum trim. It's starting to look kind of janky, so I'm just gonna wait since I still have plenty more to cut on this. For now though, it looks pretty clean. With this handbrake in here, I got the bolt in on top. This guy slides right in. I wound up having to cut this trim with a 4-inch grinder because my little grinding stone only cuts through plastic. I wasn't really able to get a cut in here, so what I did was kind of bend it back out of the way, but it kind of just didn't look that pretty, so I put a little piece of black vinyl on it, and to be honest, I'm pretty stoked with how it came out. It looks pretty decent. I mean, not perfect, but I can definitely clean it up once I have the proper tools and make it look even nicer than it already is. All right, so no lie, I feel like collectively I've spent about 3 hours trimming, measuring, trimming, test fitting, trimming, measuring. Is it worth it? I don't know, but I'm very, very, very happy with how clean I got it to look. It was very difficult to get it to fit with everything. I had to cut a lot of the mounting points, so I'm very, very happy. Look at that. It all works and everything. Pretty sure we should be able to fit the radio right in here, just like we did in the giveaway car. But this is what I was hoping for with that handbrake that we got in the giveaway car, but unfortunately that Sicky handbrake was a bit larger than the structure on the PBM one, which is nice because it's sturdy, but it's harder to like fit it cleanly. But I'm happy with how this came out. I gotta be careful pulling the hydro, because if I do that and like make it my thumbnail and stick my tongue out, YouTube's gonna demonetize my video because it looks phallic. Like they literally did when I had Nicole in the thumbnail pulling the handbrake. I should do it again just to prove a point. Nicole, you guys gotta let me know if you've been liking these Z videos. I know today's probably was a short one. I got a ton of stuff done on the car, but it was just like tedious stuff and I wasn't really able to film as much compared to a day where I spent like, I don't know, a ton of time installing WiseFab and filming every little bolt that I stripped. But for real, I do care about your feedback, and to be honest, I say we probably have like 2 or 3 more videos building this, maybe 4, I forgot about the oil cooler and power steering cooler. But like very minimal stuff left with this car. I will actually give you a very brief update on what you can plan to expect for the Z. Obviously we'll have a video doing rear arms and coilovers. Tomorrow we might tackle installing the welded diff that Alberto finished up, as well as solid diff bushings, dual caliper brackets, and bleeding the hydro. I gotta put a new head unit in it. I gotta put the passenger seat in it. I got a harness bar, a bash bar, an intake setup. I guess it sounds like it's a lot, but it's not really that much. I think, unless I'm forgetting about something, that's all it really needs to be able to drive the way that I want it to drive, I'm pretty sure. Oh, and then put a steering wheel and quick release in it. But other than that, the car right now will probably stay looking like this. Obviously it will have that color wheel in the rear. Shout out to Cosmos for making those dope looking wheels. I got a discount code I'll put in the description if you guys are interested in getting yourself a set of these. But I probably won't make it look pretty too soon because then I'll be a little girl driving with it. But I might end up doing some side skirts, maybe a rear lip or something, I don't know. Didn't film it, but I also did end up picking up a Y pipe. So now this car has test pipes, a Y pipe, and then a Tomei titanium rear section. In case you don't remember, I already ran the lines and I have those just chilling here ready to go as soon as I do those dual caliper brackets. Which will actually be nice this time because it'll be easy since I'll already have the axles easy to pull out since I'll have the diff out, so I don't have to pull them out twice. But getting those diff bushings out looks like it's gonna be a pain. Look at that angle. Looks so crazy. To be honest, once the AC works in this car and I have it titled and registered, I'll probably end up driving this around more than anything else because it's so comfortable. I feel like it's gonna be a blast to drive too. Besides the fact that it's obnoxiously loud, that's gonna make me not wanna drive it because I hate being that guy, especially with a VQ. It's like having a trumpet. But anyway, guys, tomorrow will be the last garage working on cars video for a little while. We got some cool stuff planned, but I will see you tomorrow. I figured I'd just kind of film like a random daily vlog today.